we're gonna do an oil change today. It's midnight and the kids are asleep. So is everybody around. So it's a perfect time to do an oil change for the first time on my Sienna. So I'm gonna test this 3-ton aluminum floor jack. It's not too heavy. I was looking for a pure aluminum jack, but this is what I ended up with. It was on sale in Walmart for $150 or so. I think it's a pretty good deal. If you want a real aluminum floor jack, it's gonna cost you around $200. So I think I can live with this. So I'm gonna test it out. Try to do an oil change on the Sienna. The vehicle fit nice and tight in my garage, edge to edge, and that's how much room I get to work with to change the oil. Hopefully that should be sufficient for me to get underneath the car. For somebody first time using the floor jack, it seems quite effortless. Once you find your jacking point, it should be a one-hand effort. Now I'm going to try to slide in the jack stands. So they were able to fit in there just at the very first notch. I don't need too much height to be able to crawl underneath the vehicle, but I'm not gonna be all the way in. Will just enough to reach the drain plug and the filter, so that should get the job done. To speed up the oil drain, pull out the dipstick and loosen the oil cap. Slide the catch pan underneath the oil pan and crack the bolt. I need a 14mm socket. And that's the drain plug. Break it loose. Sadly, I did not see a washer on this bolt. I'm gonna go underneath and see if it got fused onto the oil pan. What I'm looking for is a washer. This is the new one, but I'm looking for a one before. The previous oil change was at a Toyota dealership. If I can't find a washer fused on the oil pan, then it's a bad job on Toyota. So I tried to see if there was a washer there. Trying to pry with my little screwdriver, but I don't feel anything. And I did notice before I took the drain plug off, there was a little bit of oil, not really dripping but seepage. And I also see oil back on those parts. I think that's the see if I can focus. So you see the oil stains where I'm shining the light. So that explains there was never a washer in there. Very bad job, Toyota. So I'm gonna put back the drain plug. Sorry for the poor video with the washer in there. And tighten it and torque it between 25 to 30 foot-pounds. I have a torque handle set for 29ish, so I'm gonna go in there and torque it with a 14mm socket. Now it's time to remove the oil filter housing with the stool, the slotted wrench adapter. I had to use a small extension so to get some leverage. Makes my job easy. Some people try to get this the plug open first, drain out a little bit of oil using the plastic adapter before removing the whole housing. I don't really care. I don't really see any benefit doing it. I just go for the housing. So you do need to remove the old filter now. And also the old gasket. We're going to use the OEM filter. Comes with the gasket inside. lets it all the way in this groove. Double check your work. Don't be a Toyota service center. Now I'm gonna put a just a dab of oil on the O-ring. Those little things are what is going to make your next job easier. Insert the new cartridge. It can go either way. There's no right or wrong way. Make sure it's seated all the way and give it a push. It's spring loaded. So your final work should look like this. So without cross threading, go in and put back the filter housing. Oh my god. I have set the torque wrench to 18 foot-pounds and I'm going to torque it to 18 foot-pounds. Spray it with some brake parts cleaner. Now comes the best part. Grab a funnel. The jugs I've decided to go with this time is Valvoline. Important part is the 0W20 full synthetic. It takes 6.5 quarts. Bring down the car off the jacks so that you can check the level of the engine oil and adjust accordingly. And that's how you do the oil change at midnight.